You want to grow. You want to change. You say you're ready to move forward, but something keeps pulling you back. You start strong, new habits, clear goals, a little hope. Then out of nowhere, you stop showing up. You procrastinate. You make excuses. You disappear from your own life. And afterward, you're left with a familiar ache, the guilt of knowing you got in your own way again. If this sounds like you, you're not alone. Self-sabotage is one of the quietest ways we stay stuck. We don't mean to do it, but we do it just the same. And if you're tired of starting over, if you're ready to finally stop getting in your own way, subscribe, because this space is about real growth. The kind that's not performative, the kind that sticks, the kind that starts with honesty. So let's start here. Why do we sabotage ourselves? Sometimes we mistake comfort for safety, even if that comfort is pain, even if it's smallness, even if it's the version of us we desperately want to outgrow. According to Dr. Judy Ho, author of Stop Self-Sabotage, sabotage happens when we try to avoid short-term discomfort, even if it means long-term damage. Our brain wants relief, not progress. It's wired for what feels familiar, not what's truly good. So when you begin stepping into new territory, setting boundaries, chasing goals, asking for more, your mind sounds the alarm. It whispers, "This is too risky. This is not who you are. Play it safe." And just like that, you delay the call, you abandon the goal. You go back to who you used to be. It's not laziness, it's protection. But protection isn't always peace. Sometimes it's the very reason we stay stuck. Psychologist Hendricks calls this the upper limit problem. The inner threshold where you've had too much joy, love, success, and your mind pulls the emergency brake. We sabotage because our nervous system isn't used to feeling good, to feeling safe, to being seen, so we retreat, not because we're unworthy, but because we don't yet believe we're allowed to expand. And this is where the real work begins. First, awareness, noticing the patterns, the thoughts you keep repeating, the moments you pull back right when things start to go well. Ask yourself, when do I start sabotaging? What fear shows up in that moment? What belief might still be living underneath? Maybe it's the voice that says, "I'm not smart enough. I don't deserve this. It's only a matter of time before I fail." These aren't facts. They're scripts, old stories that were passed down, picked up, or planted in you long ago, and stories can be rewritten. In the words of Jung, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. So what's next? Compassion. You don't beat self-sabotage by being hard on yourself. You beat it by staying curious, by sitting with the fear instead of running from it, by asking, what is this trying to protect me from? And then choosing to move forward anyway, because courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means fear doesn't get to decide your life anymore. Behavioral science supports this. Studies in cognitive behavioral therapy show that when we create safety within ourselves through small, consistent actions, we reshape our neural pathways. We become more resilient, less reactive, more in control. So start with one small promise. Keep it, then another. Let your brain learn that change is safe, that growth is not a threat. And when you fall back into old habits, because you will, don't shame yourself. Slow down, ask what need wasn't being met and meet it in a new way. This is how we rewire, not by perfection, but by repetition, gentle, consistent repetition. And slowly something shifts. You stop ghosting your potential. You show up even when it's uncomfortable. You set boundaries that used to terrify you. You speak up where you once stayed silent, because self-sabotage loses power. When you start telling yourself the truth that you are enough, that you don't need to earn rest, that you're allowed to succeed without guilt, the truth that your past may explain you, but it does not define you. And one day, you'll look at yourself and see someone who stopped hiding, who stopped running, who stopped holding back, Someone who finally trusted themselves enough to keep going, and that is how you begin to grow, not in leaps, but in steps, in quiet choices, in steady courage, in the small, brave act of refusing to disappear from your own story. You no longer sabotage your growth. You protect it, you nurture it, you live it one day at a time. If this spoke to something in you, if you're done getting in your own way but not sure how to keep showing up, then stay with us. Subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs it. Because your growth doesn't need to be loud to be real, it just needs to be yours. And it starts by not disappearing from yourself anymore. Thank you for watching.